Well, guys, Megan Thee Stallion is in court because you guys know the whole situation with the blogger Malago Grams versus Megan Thee Stallion. So the other day, Megan Thee Stallion was walking into court and people feel as if they seen a baby bump on Megan Thee Stallion. So because of this video, this is the reason why people think that Megan Thee Stallion is pregnant, and I feel like it was just the outfit. Now I know that Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson have a great relationship, and you never know, a baby might be on the way because allegedly they moved in together. Allegedly, people feel as if they are married and then they're having a baby on the way, which I don't think that Megan Thee Stallion is pregnant. I just feel like it was the outfit because today, when Megan Thee Stallion was walking into court, this stomach looked like it was on fire, okay? Well, moving on, it seems like Nicki Minaj has lost another 300,000 followers on Twitter 24 hours after speaking on behalf of the Trump administration at the UN. Now, this is not surprising because Nicki Minaj allegedly already lost 600,000 followers on Twitter when she was already supporting Trump because he made this post talking about what's going on in Nigeria, and basically, Nicki Minaj was out here supporting him. She also reposted this video from the White House when they used her song Bees in the trap on one of their videos, and you know, she's just been doing a lot of stuff that seems like she's a Trump supporter and her fans are not here for it. Nicki Minaj steady losing followers like this shows that her fans, the Barbs, are not happy about her being a Trump supporter. And people are also starting to feel like Nicki Minaj deactivating her Instagram was a calculated move because, as you guys can see, she done lost so many followers on Twitter that she's not trying to have the same mass unfollowing on Instagram like she has on Twitter because of her, you know, supporting Trump. Well, moving on, Summer Walker has some words for Selena Powell after Selena decided to be shady on Instagram. So if you guys don't know, Selena Powell used to date Lil Meech, and she was dating Lil Meech while he was broke, so she was basically being a sugar mama, paying for all of his things, haircuts, clothes, and all types of things, okay? She was exposing this on social media. But anyway, Selena took to her Instagram story and said, when y'all crying over the same man, but she can actually sing, and then Summer Walker reposted this to her Instagram story and said, LMAO, tried to tell y'all these bees really fans of me. Now, I don't know why Selena Powell decided to say something to Summer Walker and then got mad when Summer Walker basically clapped back. So anyway, Selena responded to Summer Walker and said, Shram, now get back to the studio and make some more music about that man I took from you. Yeah, pronto. She also says, I used to smash Meech with your songs playing in the background. I never gave a F. I like your music, girly pop. Oh, and I had London on the track before you, Enrico Reckless, and Meech all before you. So please STFU and sing down. How is she gonna talk this way to Summer Walker like she didn't say something about Summer Walker first? I just don't understand that. So Summer Walker posted this on her Instagram story, and this was from November 10th when you can see Selena was congratulating Summer Walker. She said, congrats on your album, and I apologize for real if I ever caused any drama in your life over a loser. I know his sis lives with you, but you know he's a loser, LOL. I love you, keep up the good music. So I did not know Lil Meech's sister stayed with Summer Walker. And Summer Walker was just nonchalant about the whole situation. She just kept commenting under the Shade Room comments and basically saying stream her album. Enrico Reckless even had something to say in the comment section and said, I got some top one time on the phone with them, did too, so technically it don't count, and I'm married now, leave me out of this. So basically he's saying all he got was some top and his friends did too, and he's married now, so he doesn't want to be the topic of their, you know, back and forth. But the only person that brought him up was Selena. Selena brought up this whole situation, and now she wants to clap back at Summer Walker for saying something like she didn't start this. But anyways, I would like to know you guys' thoughts and opinions on all of these topics down in the comment section below.
I really enjoy when y'all let me use my political science degrees, because Nicki, why is you at the UN lying to those people? Now, I was just on the internet and found out that this woman, Nicki Minaj, was at the UN lying to those people. Now, according to her UN speech, she was making basically a heartfelt declaration as an ambassador for Nigeria, which is crazy because she's from Trinidad, but we'll get to that in a minute. But making this heartfelt declaration for Christians in Nigeria and claiming that there happens to be some sort of side. Now, let's get to the facts of what's actually going on in Nigeria, because I think there's a little bit of stink in the water. Now, this is according to Rolling Stone magazine, and I highly encourage you to read this article because it's very short, but it's very to the point. Now, Donald Trump and Nicki Minaj, as well as others, are attempting to state that there is Christian persecution / side going on in Nigeria. Now, there are two very prominent organizations who are reporting that this information is false. The first being the Armed Conflict Location and Event Data Project, and the second, the Council on Foreign Relations. The Council on Foreign Relations and those two organizations have repeatedly stated that the notion that Christians are being disproportionately attacked is a dangerous reduction of the nature of the violence in Nigeria. Now, Nigeria is made up of about 45% Muslim and 55% Christians, which live in a more of a hegemonic society because they live together and they've lived together for hundreds of thousands of years, and they're okay with that. Now, according to the senior special assistant to the president of Nigeria, he stated that both religions actually live side by side together peacefully. What's actually occurring and what you're witnessing is along the sidelines and conflict that unfolds within the communities. And the same thing you can see right here in America. Sometimes conflicts just happen between neighbors. It doesn't actually mean anything about their religion. And the reason as to why this uptick of Christian persecution happens to do with Boko Haram. Now, mind you, Boko Haram is a Sunni Islamist organization, but they murder just as many Muslims as they do Christians because their ultimate goal is to basically overthrow the Nigerian government, and they're doing it in the name of religion, which has nothing to do with the billions and billions and billions of Christians and Muslims across the globe. These are just extreme extremists, but we see that everywhere. Boko Haram is not specifically targeting Christians. They're targeting anybody, any faction that gets in their way. And shout out to Tammy. If you guys don't know, this is Tammy, Waka Flocka's ex-wife. She says it best in the comment section of the Shade Room. And you can pause to read it, but essentially she says, don't be blinded and misguided by this. The U.S. rarely ever intervenes, which is also true. Then she also stated that if it wasn't for a strategic or financial benefit, the U.S. wouldn't be doing anything. And Nikki, before you go back in there lying to those people, do a little bit more research. But unfortunately, I don't think you actually care.
Minaj, like this tweet that I wrote most recently about being called and listening to God when he calls you to do something, whether or not anybody likes it. World may hate you for it. But if God is telling you to use your power, use your authority to shine a light on something, you do it. Black woman spoke at the United Nations today, and she did it very beautifully, eloquently.
No group should ever be persecuted for practicing their religion, like I recently stated on social media. And we don't have to share the same beliefs in order for us to respect each other. We're way beyond thinking or expecting or assuming for, the person sitting next to you to have the exact same beliefs. We're beyond that. That's ridiculous. But that shouldn't make one person feel less safe than anyone in any room.
She represented us so wonderfully, where not only did she read, but she also spoke from the top of her head, and everything that she said made such perfect sense. Nicki Minaj today was given a customized barb pink sweater from the United Nations. And I don't know about y'all, but I literally was so proud when I seen her up. As I say, when we all pass away, God ain't gonna care about you being a Democrat or a Republican, you being black or white, because all this flesh on us is gonna turn into dust. It's gonna be about that heart, about your spirit, and whether or not you stood up for what was right, regardless of who was wrong being there. Nicki Minaj today answered what her spirit told her to do, not what she knew everybody out here would condemn her for.